Your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Monday, September 22nd, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Wow, what a busy weekend. What'd you end up doing? Maybe you were at Out of the Darkness Walk, or maybe the Together in Teal Walk. Maybe it was the Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival, or even the Boatyard Beach Bash. And I'll tell you, if I look at my calendar, it doesn't look like it's going to be letting up anytime soon. Hey, today's OMG fact is for my coffee lovers out there, which I am not part of, but dark roasted coffee has less caffeine than medium roast because roasting coffee beans burns off caffeine. Now you know. Hey, and with that, we do have some news to catch up on, so let's get into it, shall we? The Capitol is reporting that the retrial of Charles Robert Smith, the Annapolis man accused in a 2023 mass shooting that left 3 people dead and 3 others injured, has hit yet another delay. On Friday, Anne Arundel County Circuit Court Judge Mark Crooks denied a defense motion to dismiss the case on double jeopardy grounds. Smith's attorneys immediately filed an appeal which could postpone the retrial for months, maybe even a year, while the High Court decides. Prosecutors say that they're ready to go back to trial and prepared to seek justice for the victims. Smith does face 29 charges, including first-degree murder, attempted murder, and hate crimes stemming from what police describe as a violent escalation of a parking dispute in the Annapolis neighborhood. Ignite Annapolis is back with its 6th edition this fall, promising another high-energy evening of short, sharp talks that spark conversation and maybe even some friendly debate. 16 speakers have been selected. They will each have 5 minutes and 20 slides to present their ideas at Maryland Hall on October 21st. I am one of the organizers, and I'm so looking forward to this night. But the event begins with a reception at 6 p.m., followed by the program at 7. Rob Tim, my old friend from WTMD, returns as MC, and tickets are only $10 online. If any are left at the door, you might be able to grab them there. But if you're in the mood for an evening that mixes humor, passion, and brain food, this is your night. MarylandHall.org is the place to go for tickets. The Military Bowl and Wegmans are once again teaming up to honor outstanding educators through the Extra Yard for Teachers program. Now in its 3rd year, the initiative offers grants to public school teachers with a focus on veterans, those from military families, or those working in schools serving military communities. Nominations are open through the end of the month, September 30th, and the winners will be recognized at the Go Bowling Military Bowl on December 27th, right here in Annapolis at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Organizers say that it is a chance to celebrate the people shaping the minds of the next generation and a way to connect the region's teachers with the spirit of the Military Bowl. And for those that like a good fall fundraiser, the 12th annual Blazers Bourbon Cigars event is set for this Thursday at the William Paca House and Gardens. Guests can expect premium spirits, hand-rolled cigars, and gourmet food, all in a stunning historic setting. Tickets range from $150 to $500 with VIP perks like early entry and reserved space in the garden. The evening does support historic Annapolis and its mission to preserve the city's heritage. For many, the event has really become a tradition, as much about community and history as it is about enjoying a well-paired bourbon and a cigar. Tickets are gettable at Annapolis.org. On Friday on K9s and Crosstreks, we met Minnie and all of her energy. And boy, I'll tell you, she had a lot of it. She is a cute Chihuahua Shepherd mix, and if you can imagine that, you might as well. And Billy was back to talk all things Subaru. If you missed our Friday DNB, you want to give that a listen. And on Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we went down to the farm, Wild Kid Acres in Edgewater, and caught up with Gerardo Martinez, all on the great things happening at the greatest little farm ever. So if you missed that one too, give it a listen. Okay, that's a wrap. First off, thank you, as always, for listening and sharing, and a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, and the Annapolis Sailboat and Powerboat Shows. And a happy birthday to my father, who would have turned 100 today. Now, you want to stay tuned for your local Anne Arundel County weather, and Ann Covington from CovingtonAlsina is here with her Monday Money Report. All that's coming your way in less than a minute.
Ahoy, captains and anglers. What better way to spend a day on the Chesapeake Bay than by fishing and fundraising for a cure? Join us for the 19th annual Fish for a Cure tournament, Paul C. Detter's Captain's Challenge, and Shore Party, Saturday, November 1st at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Fish for a Cure supports Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. Event proceeds directly support the Cancer Survivorship Program for patients recovering from all types of cancers. Gather your crew and register your boat today at fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning. Well, I'll tell you, we're headed into a week that's going to feel very much like early fall. Mild days, comfortable nights, and a few scattered chances for rain to remind us that summer isn't too far in our rearview mirror. So let's take a closer look. Today is going to be mostly sunny with highs around 76. Winds will be light out of the southeast, making it a great day for anything outdoors, whether that's a walk downtown or maybe a sail on the bay. Tomorrow brings a touch more warmth, reaching near 80 under partly sunny skies. Clouds will build as the day goes on. In a late afternoon into the evening, there is a 30% chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm. Keep an umbrella handy if you're going to be out post-lunch. Wednesday stays mostly cloudy with highs near 77. Showers could develop after midday, but it doesn't look like a washout, more of a hit or miss pattern that could dampen the plans in some spots while leaving many others dry. And as we look ahead, Thursday holds a similar story with scattered showers and a chance of a rumble of thunder, highs in the mid-70s. Friday keeps the unsettled pattern going with more clouds and a chance of rain near 74 degrees. And Saturday looks a little bit better, but still carries a slight chance of showers with highs in the mid-70s. That's your forecast for Anne Arundel County this Monday morning. A decent start to the week with the sunshine and warmth, and then a few interruptions as we move toward the weekend. All in all, a pretty typical late September stretch of weather. I'll be back tomorrow with your next update.
When someone you love needs care at home, you want more than just help. You want trusted support from people who truly care. That's where Interim Healthcare of Annapolis comes in. Locally owned and serving seniors in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Charles, Prince George's, and Queen Anne's counties. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis offers personalized in-home care that's flexible, reliable, and compassionate. From Alzheimer's and dementia care to assistance with bathing, dressing, fall prevention, transportation to appointments, and even 24-hour care. Interim of Annapolis also offers respite care to give family caregivers a much-needed break. With Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, you get the backing of a trusted national network and the heart of a hometown provider. Call Art Dandridge at 443-808-1003 or visit interim.com/Annapolis to learn more. That's interim.com/Annapolis. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis. Personalized service at home, peace of mind, and always there when you need care. You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Ann Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The markets set another all-time high last week after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 0.25%. Lowering interest rates boosts the economy in several ways. It makes it easier for consumers to borrow for big-ticket items like cars and home improvements, easier for businesses to borrow for expansion, and spurs investors with cash to invest in stocks with the hope of earning a higher return. At the same time, the job market is softening, and we are consistently seeing white-collar professionals take a year or longer to find new jobs. And last week, I had friends go to the funeral of a young father who passed away from a heart attack at 48. I also saw a post from a woman whose fiancé was in ICU, and she didn't have the ability to make sure his bills were paid. While grief is always going to be there, Some planning can prevent logistics and financial pressure from making it worse. If you are 18 or older, you need a power of attorney and an advanced medical directive. These documents allow you to appoint someone to make financial, legal, and medical decisions for you when you're not able to make them for yourself. Many states, including Maryland, have statutory documents. You can usually download them for free from your state attorney general's website. If you are married or if you have significant assets beyond your retirement accounts, you need a will. Each state has a law that dictates what happens to your state if you die without a will. But even if you're okay with that outcome, not having a will makes handling your estate significantly more complicated for those you are leaving behind. Having a will is a gift. Please don't burden your family in this way. We prefer clients work with an attorney who specializes in wills and trusts. But if the only way to get it done is to use an online site, then do that. Finally, if someone is financially dependent on your income, you need life insurance. It doesn't have to be a big, expensive whole life or permanent policy. Inexpensive term insurance is great. You can purchase a policy that locks in the premium for 10, 20, or 30 years, enough time to raise a family and be on the path to retirement. We recommend you work with an independent agent who isn't tied to one carrier so that they can shop for you. As long as the carrier has an A rating, meaning they're financially sound, one term policy is pretty much the same as the next term policy. Please, reflect for a moment on your family and loved ones. Then take an hour, just 1 hour, to give them this gift. Get your legal documents in order and consider life insurance if someone is dependent on your income. Your action item this week is to check the beneficiaries on your accounts and insurance policies. And if you do have a will that's over 5 years old, call your attorney for a review. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or our Facebook page for more information on our upcoming educational events. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only, not to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk unless otherwise stated and not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
It's almost time for Annapolis to shine as the sailing capital of the U.S. with not one, but two incredible boat shows coming to town. First up, the Annapolis Power Boat Show, October 2nd through the 5th. Walk the docks and climb aboard the Mid-Atlantic's largest display of power boats. Everything from sleek center consoles and wake boats to trawlers and cruisers. Step inside a working U.S. Navy Yard Patrol training vessel. Take a spin straight from the demo dock and shop the latest gear, gadgets, and marine tech. Don't miss Brokerage Cove, where pre-owned boats are priced to move. Add in food, drinks, live music, and plenty of expert advice. It's the perfect fall day on the water. Then 1 week later is the Annapolis Sailboat Show, October 9th through the 12th. The world's largest sailboat show, right in the heart of America's sailing capital. Tour hundreds of monohulls, multi-hulls, and blue water cruisers in Ego Alley and beyond. Check out the latest sails, rigging, and navigation systems, or take part in classes and on-water workshops like the First Sail Experience. Meet world cruisers, stock up on sailing gear, and soak up that legendary waterfront vibe filled with music, food, and salty stories. 2 world-class shows, 2 unforgettable weekends. Tickets and info for both are available now at AnnapolisBoatShows.com. AnnapolisBoatShows.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.